Yo, what's going on? It's the NRW, where nerds rule the world. It's your boy, Kuya P, aka Patrick Michael Strange, the Babinka boy, the Adobro, the leader of the Holla Holla, always in the center gang of the Show Pal Show. And of course, Sumthin or Nuthin with Tranquil Ashes, who can't be here tonight because she's busy. She's holding things down. But of course, the other side, my brother over on the West Coast, holding it down. You see him on the screen. Big Roohkage. What's good, Roo?
What's going on, baby? How you doing tonight? It's always beautiful. It's always good to see your face, man.
Hell yeah, man. Always a pleasure to see you, bro. Man, dude, you always put a smile on my face, even though you're over there on the other side of the coast, but you're holding it down. You're giving us that representation out there, man. And bruh, Missy, man, what's been popping since the last time we talked, dude? What you been up to, man?
Man,
holding it down. You now doing professional cuts. Now outside of you kind of had to put it to the side, I remember, because of the other day gig, but now you got it, you're in a shop and everything, you got some clientele going.
Yeah, man, it's good actually. I actually got my my shop going on like when Thursday through Sunday or Monday right now, and something like that. I don't even know my schedule no more, but yeah, it's way better than my last job. And I mean, like, I got the house calls going on now because I have more people wanting to do the beards. We can't do beards in Cali right now in the shop legally. So people are hitting me up to do the house call. Yeah. So, you know, I think that's going to change though with the whole, the whole vaccination cards. I think people are going to need to start showing their vax card when they walk into establishments. So, you know, it's all changing over here every day. Yeah.
You know what? That's funny you mentioned that, because I actually just had my beard game up today with my regular shout out to Lulu, who's over at Blaze Barbershop here in the DC area in Woodbridge, Virginia. She always cleans me up nice, but she's pregnant and is about due in like the next 3 weeks. So I was talking to her today. Hey man, who's gonna hold down the beard game while you're gone? Because you got a baby now. And she gave me a couple of recommendations, but what's crazy, and I didn't even think about it. I wouldn't have came to her if I wasn't already vaccinated, but the fact that you were bringing up, you know, going to a shop and house calls, that was never brought up. But she's pretty on point with that, and because she's with child. But yeah, I didn't even think about like the whole COVID kind of situation, bringing a card, especially being in the shop. Yeah, I don't think I didn't go back to a shop until I was vaccinated. I was just letting it grow. But I have been very trusting to take off my mask. But separation is, you know, obviously it's 6 feet apart in a shop. But then there are people passing. I hadn't really thought about it until you brought that up. And then and how strict that was. But I think like I'm the only person that goes in the shop for beards at the shop. I don't ever see anybody else really getting their beard done. And she's the only person that I really trust. And that's why I'm also worried that when she's out, who's going to hold my beard game down? Because, bro, if you were over here, I'd be hitting you up, bro. Throwing some ducats at you.
Well, when you come out here, I'm going to take care of you. So don't even worry about it.
My G. Hell yeah. Definitely, man. I can't wait for that. Yeah, because there's some projects going down. I got to look nice once I get there. Got to get a cleanup going.
Yeah, man. You got to look dapper for all of them.
My brother. So, yes, most definitely, man. But, yeah, man. So it's good to hear, bro. I'm happy you're happy. Because, you know, what you do in life, you know, it influences everything else. And I know you were working your ass off.
I was.
Down and before you left out to Hawaii and all that, bro.
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy year, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm glad I'm in the position I'm in now, because honestly, like I feel like barbering is very on the same lines of like, you know, therapy almost. You know, I feel like it's therapeutic for men and women to come to barbers and everything to get their shit done, because I feel like we all confide in our hairdressers one way or another.
Hell yeah.
You know, and it's a time to get away from everything else and to feel like we're taking the time to pamper ourselves and to really, like, you know, make sure we're good. So I think I like doing what I do right now.
Completely, bro. Like it, as you were just saying, it fits into the element of self-care, which is so fucking important, as we all know.
Yeah.
You have to find time for self-care, relaxation, whatever it be. Self-care can be a lot of different things, but for me, getting my beard done, getting my, you know, anything done, it falls into that line of self-care, and you're providing that service. And so that's a blessing. And I know I appreciate y'all. Most definitely, man. So that's a beautiful thing, brother. Hell yeah. one of the things I wanted to talk to you about that I've started getting into, I've been trying to find time to, not work when you, as we were talking earlier, I kind of overwork myself sometimes, trying to also find other things outside of the normal stuff I'm watching. But a show that's taking over the internet right now. I'm curious if you're checking in on it. Squid Games. I wanted to talk to you.
I don't know anything about this show.
No,
bro, at all.
I would have thought because for people that don't know, I'm pals with your first lady over there, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Because isn't she checking out Squid Games?
We're waiting to see it together.
Or not with you.
No, she hasn't even checked it out yet. I know her mom has.
Was checking it out. Oh shit.
We're supposed to. She's been so busy with her self-tape game.
Yeah.
And like when I wait for her to finish her self-tapes or helping somebody else out, I usually tend to just end up knocking out. So like,
I feel that.
We've just been actually we're probably gonna start watching stuff once we're done with this podcast.
Okay.
So
like
I'm gonna let you know next time we link what I think about it, because I've had so many texts from other friends who are like, "You've watched this, right?" And what the hell? What sentence did I just say? Anyway, I've had people hit me up and just like, "You've seen this?" And I'm like, "I don't know what this is. I've seen some shapes that look like PlayStation buttons, but I don't know anything about this show.
Square,
so
circle,
I gotta
triangle.
check it out." Yeah, no X though.
Yeah, no X.
So,
no X. I don't think. No, I don't think.
But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, I caught up on What If. That's the only show
we
that
can talk on some What If. We can talk a little bit on What If. But I'm dying to have that conversation. I thought you had seen it because Jacqueline, as you are aware, I'm pretty sure you're aware, we're doing our Filipino actors Barkada group that I'm in, and many of the other members as well. We're doing a Halloween special, the Halloween, and one of the skits we're doing is going to be Squid Game. And so I thought that's why I thought Jacqueline might have seen it, but no. Once you're indoctrinated, we got to talk on that, and also what kind of Squid Games you would play. But I'm not gonna go into it anymore because I don't want to spoil nothing for you. But let's get into
that segment next time with Tranquil.
Hell yeah. Because I think I don't know if you know what, I gotta plug her to be like, yo, bitch, watch this so we can all talk. Because I want to talk on an episode on that. All right, but What If, bro? You're all caught up on What If, right?
Yeah, no, I fell asleep last time through the zombies episode. Finished that, got through the Thor one, and now I just finished the whole Ultron shenanigans, and it's the last
episode that I think comes out today or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I think. Okay, tomorrow. Cool.
Because I was about to say, if you saw the brand new one, I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil that.
Yeah, no, I think tomorrow is the season finale.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And fun fact, my ex-stepdad, bro, actually worked on What If, and he's working on season 2 right now, supposedly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You can actually see his names in the end credit scenes.
You said your stepdad?
My ex-stepdad.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Dope.
Yes.
All right, brother. But I know you're the DC head, but what does this DC head think about these What Ifs, bro?
Honestly, like, it's probably one of my favorite. This is the first Marvel, it's the first Marvel cartoon where they got spot on, in my opinion. Like, I know Marvel is known for really good comics. They're known for really good movies, but they've just never been spot on with cartoons. Never. And that's not a bias. Like, I'm just being real. Like, everything I've ever seen, besides maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon that are only like cool in YouTube clips, like, they've never really been able to compare to DC. But this is changing my opinion. And I'm very excited to see what the next season holds, because, as you know, What If is a comic book series where they take these scenarios and they kind of just switch up origin stories and give them to other characters and see, what if. And I really like reading those because they're super cheap at the comic book store. They're always a fun story. And to see them come to the TV screen and to see like the kind of modern visuals that we have today, it's really dope seeing what Marvel is putting out. I've actually been really excited ever since Endgame has ended, and I was kind of skeptical with this new era that we're coming in with Marvel, but so far they've been proving me wrong, and I'm digging it.
Hell yeah, bro. We've been doing recaps for the NRW channel, myself and Rob and Glenn. We've been having fun digging into it. I was a huge fan as well of the comic books, man, back in the day growing up as a kid, because they would just take what you'd love from the regular stuff, but flip it. And they wouldn't be afraid to go dark with it, go hilarious with it, and just really have fun and explore that question of what if outside of what you had. It was kind of like to throw it at you from a DC standpoint with what they were doing with the Elseworlds stuff. You know, Elseworlds was a famous line of comics that, you know, you had your regular DC universe and you have your Vertigo universe, but they created a Elseworlds universe, which were a line of graphic novels that wasn't like the floppy books that, you know, the regular, you know, month comics. So they created Elseworlds titles that were generally like 4 issues in one, a trade paperback graphic novel format where they would do a collected edition. But with Elseworlds, it gave DC the ability to do what ifs. So like a famous one was Superman Red Sun. What if
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was DC's equivalent to what Marvel was doing with What If. As a DC fan, if you haven't, so you're familiar with Red Sun, I would suggest to you, bro, as a DC fan, definitely check out a lot of the Elseworlds titles. Because that
I probably have read some of them now that you're saying them. You know,
I would assume you would because you're a DC head.
Yeah, no, it was great. It's funny. I've read so many things that I don't even know what I've read, but like I see titles like, oh, I've definitely got into that.
Oh yeah, it was like a little thing in the corner that said Elseworlds that, you know, it didn't fit as part of the regular DCU story because it was them experimenting, having fun with that character, doing a what if you will. So for those that don't know, now you know. I'm preaching to y'all. I'm giving you some flavor outside of the Marvel flavor if you love this concept of what if and then having fun with these characters that we know and love, and you want to just try something different. So check out DC Comics and their Elseworld stuff. But yeah, bro, longtime fan of Marvel's What If as a kid because they would explore and have fun with the characters that we know and love. And they did it immaculately, I have to say, man, to now taking what we love with the Marvel MCU and the greatness that they're doing with the films to now do this in a cartoon format, which, you know, it would have been awesome as well to see them do this in cinematic universe. But I don't know if I saw it as an interview, but it's like, yeah, the budget they would have had to do to if not animated would have cost them quite a bit of change because they've explored and did a lot of things within this what if cartoon series that have just been amazing. But
let me say this though, because we do have a multiverse now for Marvel, and we're about, and I think from Loki we're seeing that we can see these different versions of these characters.
Oh yeah.
So who's to really say we're not going to be getting Easter eggs from here on out?
Oh, hell
from
yeah.
What If into the MCU,
which is beautiful, right? It's so fucking dope. Yeah, man, I fucking love it. So they're having fun with it, and especially after this Ultron episode, where we're at right now, as of moment of this recording, for whenever people watch this. I think they're fucking kill it. I will say at the beginning, I was somewhat skeptical, and as you said, Marvel isn't known for their their animation being. As you know, compared to DCU animated, and I think I've given you these props when we've had Marvel versus DC conversation. Is DCU animated is killing it. You know, they've been killing it. They bring out the comic stories and turn them into animated films, doing an outstanding job at least in their animated side of things. That can't compare with what Marvel's doing.
For sure,
there's a couple of things Marvel's done here and there, but DCU's been killing it, especially in regards to like. Original movie, animated film, movie content that they've put out. And you can't fuck with the long run that Justice League, the animated series with Bruce Timm, Batman, the animated series, those long standing.
Bro, Batman Beyond. Like,
bro, all of that.
Those, like, there's just a whole, like, army of things that you can pull up from DC animation. And it's like, yeah, all right, I'll give it to you. You know, Marvel has a long way to go with that. But then again, Marvel has the movies. And that's kind of where. That's kind of where things matter right now. Yeah. But I will say DC's about to come out with their their infamous story Injustice, and they're putting it into a movie.
That's gonna.
I think it's gonna. I think I don't know if it's gonna be as good as the game, obviously, but I think it's. I think they're trying to start something new because they just wrapped up with their last Justice League arc. So I think they're trying to like make something else, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. But before we go over to that, but I just want to say, yeah, I was skeptical, with
for sure,
because of DC's been killing it, Marvel's been just so. But I have to say I was pleasantly surprised, and especially after this Ultron episode, that opening sequence with Black Widow and Hawkeye in this post-apocalyptic world. I really now love the animation on this series. I think they're doing a great job with it. At first I was like, okay, it's okay. But now I'm feeling it. I've grown to like really enjoy the way the animation style is. What do you think of the animation style on this?
It's great. I like how it's consistent. Yeah. Like it, I was kind of thinking, what if they did different art styles per episode, per story and everything? I thought that would have been cool. But the fact that they keep it all one general style, I'm a fan of. It's more of the story than anything for me. It's the stories they're choosing.
Yeah.
Because, I feel like they're newer stories. I feel like they're not even like referencing back to the comics. They're creating their own, like they might be pulling certain things. I haven't personally seen anything yet. Maybe Zombie Captain America. But other than that, like I think they're starting from scratch, and I love that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think they're doing a great job. I'd give the show like a 9 out of 10, if I'm being honest.
Hell yeah, no, I feel that. So my next question would be: do you have a top 3 thus far of episodes?
100%.
I definitely have a favorite. And just yesterday, Glenn and I was doing our recap of the Ultron episode. That we're going to drop later this week of our review of the Ultron episode. Because that one was pretty goddamn good. This Ultron episode that
was really good.
Was really fucking good. And it's battling with my number 1, but I still think for me, so I'll go ahead and give you my number 1 before you give me your number 1, is the Killmonger episode. As taking over Wakanda. That to me was so damn good. That this Ultron episode is rivaling it, but I think the Killmonger episode is still my top seed thus far this season.
Man, that episode was so raw.
Exactly,
it was so raw. Like
fucking murked all the motherfuckers. Murked Black Panther, murked Rhodey, murked Tony, murked everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He murked it, and I like the ending where it leaves Pepper and Shuri.
Yeah, I think that's Shuri too, right? I couldn't really tell because it made her so much younger in it.
I think it's Shuri.
Yeah.
I think it was because Shuri's like smarter than Tony Stark.
Yeah.
So like her and Pepper together. Anyways, that was I wasn't even thinking about that episode, if I'm being honest, but that was a gruesome episode.
Yeah.
I think my favorite would probably be the Doctor Strange one.
Really? Okay.
Because of how dark toned the ending got. Yeah. Like it was a story of like what happens when our selfishness like kind of consumes us, and when you get a character or a being that powerful as like Doctor Strange, that kind of dark side, it really shows what that power of greed and selfishness does. And I was just like, damn, they went all the way to having him like destroying his whole universe and having him in this one bubble alone forever, which they even go back to in the previous episode we just had because of the Watcher needing his help. Bro. So I like how they're like connecting those shits, So I'm super excited for tomorrow's episode.
Bruh. Yo, for real. Okay. I'm with that. Yeah. So as soon as you said that, I'm like, dude, after this last episode, the Ultron, so they got to go back to well, obviously, like I can't, we had this discussion as I was doing the review with Glenn. So we've been getting these phenomenal episodes, right? Mm-hmm. And the connective tissue of each episode is the Watcher, and telling us these stories. And all of these stories, again, when we're talking about what if and doing these what ifs, that these are going to connect with the greater MCU. And the way it's connecting is it's part of this multiverse that we now know we have. And so Watcher's been this connective tissue. These episodes are going to affect everything else, which they've already stated. So this fucking Ultron episode
I have a theory. I'm just putting it out there right now. I've
Okay.
had this theory of what's going to happen tomorrow's episode, but I want to hear what you were about to say.
Okay, well, what I'm about to say is that they have to fucking go back to the well. Like, Watcher's been this connective tissue. He's presenting these different stories within a multiverse. Okay, that's what I thought they were going to just gingerly do with this and not really have it affect. But you did this fucking Ultron episode where we did a what if about Ultron, but you had fucking Ultron become so fucking powerful that he connected with the Watcher. That's been this connective tissue.
Mm-hmm.
That has to mean something. You know what I'm saying?
I think I found a plot hole in that, though, with the whole Ultron getting into the Watcher's space, because he's technically within the threads of the multiverse.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And he is control. The only way he's able to achieve that is the Infinity Stones, on top of being this crazy, being.
Yeah.
And what's tripping me out, though, is in Loki, there was that scene where he goes in some dude's drawer and finds.
We were just talking about that with Glenn.
Stone.
That's what Glenn and I were talking about yesterday.
And it's just like, well, where is the TVA if those Infinity Stones ain't shit? Because it's obviously probably not the multiverse they're in. I had a buddy of mine, because I don't want to take credit, when he was the one who gave me this idea, or he was the one who brought it to my attention. He was saying how the TVA is most likely in the microverse, or what's it called for Ant-Man?
The quantum realm.
The quantum realm. He was saying that is probably where the TVA is, because when you're on that microscopic level, how are the stones going to work? So, because that's why I was tripping out. I was like, how is Ultron doing this? Like, the stones are not, they're not multiverse type of strength.
Remember, we just came. When did What If appear after? Fucking Loki. And what happened there? So, and we know what the end of Loki was. This is tied to that. That's why the timing is so important of these things. And the shakeup that just happened. Kang is now, kind of doing his thing after the end of Loki. So that is why What If is put in after this, and why What If can be happening right now.
Yeah, we're seeing all the different universes. It
provided that gateway for this to happen. And And a reason I forgot what interview it was on, or it might have been some inside Disney information that I'm now fucking up, but fuck it. I'm talking about fandom shit, so they can't say shit. Who knows if they're even watching this shit? But what if it would be too expensive if they were to do it cinematically, with so much things that they went into?
I think it would be too expensive. Yeah.
But that was one of the things the producer said behind this.
Yeah.
So they did as a cartoon. Plus, it's also they wanted to do something different as well. But
yeah,
it's all connected, and they said that. So here we are, Ultron. So this finale episode that we're gonna get tomorrow, as of this recording, y'all, they've got to go back to this well. They did it by which I was fucking blew me away, that ending with Ultron with Watcher going to see Strange from that episode. So there's that connective tissue, bringing that back against that. This tomorrow's episode is gonna be fucking insane. This has to connect. They can't go back to the Watcher telling a story. It can't go back to the Watcher telling a story at the beginning.
It's going to be different. And I think I have an idea of what this episode is going to be tomorrow, because they already posted a trailer. Not a trailer. They already posted they posted a poster of Gamora in her Thanos outfit.
And we've seen bits of this in trailers already, the teaser trailers that they've shot out and promoting this.
Right.
We saw them doing with a lot of characters that we've been introduced this season. Remember the classic Avengers turnaround from the very first Avengers film?
Yeah.
They've done it with characters we've seen throughout this What If, and Gamora was a part of that, and Star-Lord, but the T'Challa Star-Lord. So that's happening tomorrow. We're going to see.
So this is where my theory ties in.
Tomorrow's episode.
This is where my theory ties in. I think we are about to see a multiverse Avengers meetup.
Exactly.
This is what I was thinking. I was like,
I'm with you.
Well, if the Watcher knows he can't do this shit alone, who's the only people that can actually defeat Ultron? The Avengers. So he's going to go back to almost every single episode we've seen so far and scoop up at least one person, if not more.
Yes, sir.
I think we're going to get T'Challa, that's Star-Lord. I think we're going to get the Spider-Man that was in the zombies. maybe even Bucky, because there's a couple alive in that episode. I think we're gonna get Hawkeye and Natasha Romanoff from the episode we just saw. So I think we're gonna have, you know what I'm saying, this little multiverse Avengers deal. I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be more on the lines of like an Infinity War, because if you see in the zombies episode, they are technically experiencing Infinity War just like through a zombies thing. We even see a zombie Thanos and all that.
Exactly.
So I think it's gonna tie into that, where why is Gamora wearing her father's armor? I think and it's his battle armor. It's the one we saw in Endgame. Exactly. So I think we might see like this Endgame scenario in this next episode, just with like the Ultron, attached to it.
I'm with you. I think that's exactly what we're gonna get. But what I'm even more excited about is the conclusion of it and the ramifications that's gonna put, now that we're going back to the live action with Hawkeye being the next product that's on Disney Plus.
Right.
Because and in between that meantime, because I think that's dropping in November, December, actually December, I believe, because the next film after, so What If is going to finalize out this week, then we're going to have a gap, and then it'll be Eternals, that film dropping, then we'll get Hawkeye in December, and then the next Spider-Man movie that's tied to the regular MCU in December. So I think
the Spider-Man movie is tied to What If. I'm gonna say that right now.
I agree with you because what we've seen the Strange in these trailers thus far, right? I was good, bro. You're right there with me. So
yeah, I think we're on the same track right now.
And you saw how different Doctor Strange was, right? In that shit, he didn't listen to Wong in that trailer. Remember, like Wong was like, "Don't fucking do it." What did fucking Doctor Strange do? Let's change time. Is that the right Doctor Strange? Or could it be this dark Doctor Strange that we know now?
Who's to say we're watching the Spider, like our Tom Holland, like who's to say we're watching a story of a Spider-Man that we just saw from the last movie? It could be a different Spider-Man story.
That too. And that's why we're getting fucking mind-blowing right now, right?
Yep.
Because also we have the rumors.
I hear the post-credit scene to Venom is also nuts. Have you seen Venom?
I have not yet. And that was another
I'm about to go watch it. I
think part of it, because as we all know, they're not really having it tie to the greater MCU, but because of now the rumors with this new film though, but no one knew that, right? We all knew the separate Venom wasn't tied in, right? But they put out this new Venom film, and now the internet is going crazy because they're possibly
I haven't seen shit. I'm trying not to see any reviews. I'm not trying to see any spoilers. Yeah. Like, I'm really trying to get into this Venom movie at least either tonight or tomorrow on my day off, because I want to know this post-credit scene so goddamn bad already.
But what's crazy though is, like, I don't know. I kind of feel some kind of way, like why they didn't. The fact that they're now going to tie it in, if that's what they're trying to attempt to do, it now makes sense because we are in this kind of variance multiversal theme now where they can put it in there, right? And
they're only doing it because the studios want to be in their bag.
Exactly. Like, at the end of the day, that's what they're doing.
They know that they're like, well, if we just give the fans what they want, we'll make all the money we can get. Yeah. So,
but I'm kind of upset about that too, in sad ways, because I would have loved to have the Venom introduction the proper way by the MCU cast that know what the fuck.
Yeah, no, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It would be dope if it was more organic. Yeah. But like, they're just gonna. Writers do their thing and they're gonna find a way to make it make sense. Yeah. And I'm gonna be a fan. I'm gonna like try and love it as much as I can either way. But
and they can always go back to it, because now we've created this multiversal world where nothing matters anymore. Hey, that story that was in that universe. This story, this is in this universe.
I just want to say one thing though to my NRW family, because I know I am the sole DC head. I think Marvel got on the multiverse shit because they knew if DC hopped on it first, they would fuck it up more. Only because DC is the originator of the multiverse thing when it comes to this comic book game. And we all know it.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I'm a comic head. Crisis on Infinite Earths, way back when.
That's what I'm saying,
when we first killed Wally West. well, not Wally. We killed Barry Allen, and then Wally West then became the Flash.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the multiverse is so like fluent in the DC universe, where it's like it's always kind of been known even since like the Golden and Bronze era.
Yep.
You know, like Marvel has always had somewhat of a multiverse, but it's always been 626.
Yep.
Oh, 616. 616. There you go.
Yeah.
626. I'm probably thinking of Stitch, but yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. That's all I can say, I guess. But
yeah, bro, I'm
excited. I'm super geek,
man. It's a good time.
I'm super geek for Eternals.
Everything they're doing, yeah. Eternals is, whew, yeah. We're gonna have a little bit of a gap in between now and Eternals, for like the next month. But it's Halloween.
About a month, yeah.
We can watch some Halloween shit, and then we'll have Eternals coming off of that, and then
I'm on my Disney game right now, bro.
Have you seen the trailer for Hawkeye?
Nah, I have not.
Oh, I
didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, they have the trailer for the new Hawkeye series, bro.
I've been playing God of War.
Watch that after this. Right before you get on Squid Games, check out the trailer for Hawkeye.
Dude,
Matter of fact, you know what? What the fuck am I doing? I want to see your live reaction. Let's do this right now. We'll add this as part of our episode. Let me pull it up, and then I could actually play it for you.
Let's do it.
We'll get this going on. Go ahead and talk while I'm pulling this up, man.
Nah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for Hawkeye, but not as excited as I am for She-Hulk. I'll just say that. I cannot wait to see what they do with She-Hulk.
Same, and I had a friend that auditioned for it, so I'm curious. He never said that he was in it or followed up on that. So
he never said he wasn't in it.
Exactly. So I'm hoping, and if not, even not is all good. But I'm excited for that. I'm very curious because She-Hulk was a fan. I was a big fan of She-Hulk, and I'm curious how they're going to portray She-Hulk because of the actor that they cast, who I think is a phenomenal actress. But not built. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to be CGI or I'm very curious how they're going to play that out. Because
I'm hoping they expand the Hulk, like just Hulks in general, because in the comics there's a shit ton of Hulks.
Yeah,
there's a whole community of them, and I think because the character Maestro, who is a future Bruce Banner, is this it?
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and talk. I was just getting it ready for us.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But no, Maestro, who is a future evil Bruce Banner, kind of perfects whatever, his procedure on how he became Hulk, and he made a whole community of them. So I hope maybe we see something like that in the MCU.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be.
It will be.
Yeah, super psyched for that, man. So yeah, I'm definitely for it. But now I'm looking forward to seeing your reaction as we play this.
Let's do it.
Let's check out this Hawkeye trailer, man. I'm gonna look at you while you watch this thing, man. Here we go.
All right.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
I love that it's coming out during the holidays and it's holiday themed.
When I wore this.
I didn't know that. That's cool. I hear the music, so yeah, I can see that. Oh, damn.
You're a Hawkeye.
What?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling.
Things have gotten more complicated.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy shit! There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
It's just some Christmas.
There we go.
That looks fun.
Yeah. So, are you familiar with the female Hawkeye that kind of took over?
Yeah, I know Kate Bishop.
Exactly. Okay, there you go. Young Avengers. They're building out the Young Avengers from these Disney Plus shows, if you recall.
I think we're gonna get the West Coast Avengers, if I'm being honest, because we already have Ant-Man and his daughter, who I think is gonna take the reins. We have Shang-Chi, who is also in San Francisco, and I can believe I've seen Kate Bishop in a West Coast Avengers comic. So who's to say? But we're also getting Ms. Marvel, and she's in San Francisco as well. We're
getting a couple of Marvels, bro. You know.
That's true. I forgot. Yeah, we're getting a few.
And remember, we have Spectrum. Well, I'm not sure what she's calling herself. You know, from the WandaVision series. You know, Photon was her mother, and now she actually has these Marvel powers. You know,
I know. I'm excited for her.
Monica Rambeau. We don't know what she's going to call herself yet. If she'll go after what her mother called herself, Photon, which was what Monica used to call herself, but they've divided it up with Mother. In this MCU version, it's going to be very interesting. And I love the nods and the back and forth between comics and super excited.
100%. Marvel's done a great job with intertwining their characters to make the universe feel like it's one.
Yes, sir.
That's one thing DC I can say has not really done a whole lot of yet. We're waiting. But I love it. I especially WandaVision, because you see Monica Rambeau, you see Darcy Lewis, who's from Thor. And we see Jimmy Woo, who was in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
So, there's I love that crossbreeding between, because it is just like the comics where, you see that character in that one, but you generally see them in somebody else's arc.
Yeah. So they interact. It makes it feel like a world, like we're inhabiting this world, and they can
100%
read and speak and meet and converse with each other. It's beautiful, man. I fucking love it.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I got to get my ass off of playing too much PS4 and start watching more TV. Because I swear, with this new God of War game coming out, I'm just getting myself as pumped as I possibly can.
Geeking, right? I feel
geeking.
What consoles do you have, by the way?
I have a PS4.
You have a PS4, okay.
Me and Jacqueline are thinking about buying a Switch.
A Switch? Okay. Good to know. Because we, as an NRW, are having some more gaming content on the way. I'm getting a lot of keys.
Yeah, we expanding.
So I just got some PS5 keys, and one I gave recently to shout out to Donkey Doug, Mitch Norito, who will be doing coverage on the channel on Ghost Runner. I just sent him the.
Did Mitch get a PS5?
Mitch has a PS5.
If
you got a PS5, I would have sent you a key for Ghost Runner. But I've got more keys coming. And if you're getting a Switch, I've got some Switch keys coming. So I got free games for you, brother.
Let's do it. I'm trying to get this PS5. If you get a plug, you let me know.
Oh yeah. Well, I did have a plug. I'm sure Anita told you last episode, and I slept on it, which went past time, but we could have had it, or at least I could have had one. But yeah, next time it comes around, I'll definitely holler at y'all, man. And
we good. I'll let you know when I get one. But yeah, no, for sure. I want to do I'm down to do the game reviews, because that's definitely I feel, I get super into the game mechanics, and sometimes if there's a story, I get into that. But I feel just from, because I grew up same as you on the NES and the 64 and all those games and shit like that. And that's what I've been used to playing for the past 15, 20 years. So I'm now just kind of getting into the newer ones, and I'm very fascinated by them.
Are you a console guy, or do you do PC stuff as well? Are you on Steam?
I'm trying to get a PC too. That's what I'm saying. I'm really trying to immerse myself into more of the gaming culture.
Right now, Anita, shout out to Anita, who couldn't make it here tonight. She's my Steam person. I've sent her already 2 Steam keys. So she's doing 2 Steam reviews coming up soon, because we got my Steam person at the moment. So once you're on point, I'll get you on Steam shit, bro. I got you.
Do it.
I got you. All right, bro. Let's get up out of here, man. Or unless there was something else you wanted to talk about real quick before we flex out.
What you watching as of recently? You just
what's up with your boy with the other podcast you rocking with?
We just dropped a new episode. I talked to him about the visuals and everything. I think you and me and him need to get on a call to try and figure out what we can do to make that happen.
Hell
because me and him are basically we've been trying to think about how we can do that, but we only know the audio side. So we could probably definitely use your help.
All right, we'll talk on that. So shout out to your boy.
Yeah, we got
right now on this podcast to DJ Miguel Fearing. What up, DJ Miguel Fearing? Show some love. Rep that real quick.
Oh yeah, just follow us you can follow DJ Miguel Fearing on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, exactly how that's spelled and sound. You follow me on Roohkage, ROOHKAGE, and we have the links. It's all on all platforms. You can get it at Spotify, Apple Music. I think he has it on we're trying to get on YouTube now and everything. And if we get with the NRW, then that'll just be easy. You know what I'm saying? So
I'd love to have you.
Yeah, give us a check out. We just dropped episode 21. Technically, he deleted 20 on accident. So go check out episode 21, technically 20.
There we go. Yeah, man, we'll get into that. We'll talk on that. Hopefully, new podcast on NR my brothers, man. Roo,
yes,
we'll get on that. Remind me on that. But there you go. Follow Roohkage and my brother doing his thing with DJ Miguel Fearing. Shout out to Miguel Fearing. Man, always a pleasure, bro. You always make me smile, man. And we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna talk Squid Games next episode, y'all. Hopefully, I'll make sure Anita gets on that. And then I'm trying to make a couple other things work. I want to bring it back to the OnlyFans squad. I got some friends that we're trying to just make our schedules mix up and match because there's other content I want to talk on in that regard that I can only do it on Something to Nothing. So shout out to my fam over there. Neptune, Lua, I want to have a little bit more adult fun on this Something to Nothing because I can't do it on much of the other stuff. And what they're doing, because it's just a world that we all know about, and why not, celebrate that and give mad props and respect to that as well. But 100%. Always a pleasure, bro. For your boy Kuya P, it's the legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. Over at the Nerds of Color on everything, and of course, Show Pal Show, giving you that Filipinx content. And always here at the NRW on Annual Release Wednesday, where nerds rule the world, where we do the Something to Nothing podcast with Tranquil Ashes, and I think it's Tranquil Ashes on everything, but it's I'll put it in the description. Holla at Tranquil, who couldn't be here with us. But Roo, love you, bro. Nita, love you.
Much love, brother.
Because actually, she's gonna be hitting up New York Comic Con this weekend. That's why she also couldn't miss it.
Is she really? I need to hit her up. I need Funko Pops. Oh,
hit up the thread. Hit her up on the thread. She'll hook it up for you if she can.
Hell yeah.
She's there all weekend. So yeah, she's got New York Comic Con shit. But let's get up out of here so you can hit her up.
Much love, brother.
I love, man. Roo, your boy Kuya P. We're out of here until next time. Something to Nothing. We hope we gave you something, but if we gave you nothing, let us know and we'll do you right the next go round. We out of here.